Everyone, I wanted to go over the new update that I just pushed. So this new update includes the ability to view all your invoices in one place, and it also improved the way incomes are entered. So before there were 5 different ways to enter an income. If I come over here, this is the old way to enter incomes. So for instance, you would go to the client database, which is here, pick a client, and then you could add a payment to a client, or you could book a session and then you could add payments to a session, or you could come in here, you can edit and delete payments. So I basically took all the payments out of the client database. The only way that you can add a payment via the client database is if you create an invoice, you send that invoice to a client and the client pays it. That will automatically add an income. So the new way to enter incomes is in the finances sections under incomes. And what you'll do is you'll go to create income, and everything is on this one form. So you'll enter a name, an amount, a date. This is the date that you received the income. And then this is kind of where the magic happens. So here you can assign to a client. So I have 2 clients right now. You can search. So if you have a whole bunch, you can search, and then it'll reduce it down to your search. And if you have, so I'm gonna pick myself, and you'll see now I can also assign it to a session. Now, if you click on a client that doesn't have any sessions, that option isn't going to show up. So you could just continue and then save it. But say you wanted to add a payment to a session, I can click here and then I can choose a session. And again, you can search the sessions. And I'll click session, and then I'll click, and then you can choose whether it's a session deposit or not. And then you got to choose a date for when you received the session deposit. And then any notes. And then if you need to add sales tax, you just click add sales tax. And then we're going to go ahead and hit submit. And here is that income. And then the cool thing is it still shows in the client database. So if I go to my client database, I go to myself, you'll see right here, I have that payment. And then you'll also see that the balance is negative 200 because I just added this income of $200. But that's how the new payment or the new income section is going to work. Basically, we reduced it from 5 ways to enter an income to 2. So you can enter it here, or you can enter it via invoice. And then the other new addition is under finances, invoices. So here you can view all your invoices. And the default setting is to display based off the status. So all your pendings will be on top, and then all your paid ones will be on the bottom. And then you can, of course, sort however you like. So if you want to sort by client's name, or you want to sort by the invoice date, you can just click on it and it'll sort by those that information. And then obviously you can still view the invoice, you can edit the invoice all from this one spot, and then you can also delete the invoice. And you can still do this also in the client database. This just makes it easier because you can view all your invoices in one spot versus having to click on a client, view the invoice, click on a client, view the invoice. All right, guys, hope that helps. If you guys have any questions or you need help with any of this, just shoot me a message or an email at support@essentialstudiomanager.com, and I'm usually pretty quick about responding to any questions you may have. All right, guys, have a good one.